So good to see all of y'all. I'm so happy y'all are here so that we can begin to kind of stretch and breathe and just kind of move our body and however feels comfortable for you. So we're going to start by saying a prayer. So let's bow our heads. Dear God, thank you for making us all so uniquely and giving us each so many wonderful gifts. Allow us this time today to be able to move our bodies and to breathe and just to glorify you in all that we do today. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Okay, so we'll start. You can get, we're going to start seated on our mat. If you don't have a mat, you can use a towel or you can just find a comfortable place on your floor. And I want you to encourage y'all today to just do as much as you can. If there's any point in any of the activities that I'm asking you or suggesting for you, if it doesn't feel comfortable for you today, then just stop and just breathe and just let your body rest. That is really, really good for you. So I'm going to come back on my mat. And I want each one of y'all, we're going to go ahead and lay all the way down on our mat. We're going to bend our legs up. And we're going to start by just setting up and noticing our breath. So yoga uses the breathing, putting your attention on your breath, and that attaches it to our movements. So take your hands and then just place them kind of right below where your belly button is. Kind of spread your hands open. And I want you to take a big inhale through your nose. You should feel your stomach kind of lift up into your hands. And then as you exhale, you blow your breath out. Your stomach should kind of move away from your hands. Now I like to close my eyes because it helps me with focusing on my breath. And it keeps me from being distracted, having my mind distracted. So let's take a big inhale through your nose. Your stomach will lift up into your hands. And then as you exhale, blow that breath out through your mouth. So again, inhale through your nose. Stomach's going to lift up into your hands with your breath. And then as you exhale, your stomach's going to move away from your hands and your breath is going to come up and out your mouth. So inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, you can begin inhaling and exhaling through your nose rather than blowing it out your mouth. So let's inhale, big breath in, exhale out through your nose. Inhale, exhale. Take your arms and reach them over your head. Stretch them all the way out, reaching your fingertips nice and long. And then go ahead and stretch your legs out so you're nice and long on your mat. You can open your eyes if you'd like. I want you to stretch nice and long on your inhale. And then exhale, relax down. Another big inhale, reach your arms, point your toes. And then exhale, relax. Inhale, big long stretch all the way down your body. And exhale. Bring your knees into your chest and you can take your hands, kind of hug your knees into your chest. And Just kind of rock side to side. Kind of rolling on your back, getting a nice little massage. Now keep your right knee into your chest and straighten your left leg out. Just let it rest on the mat. Bring your right knee into your chest. Breathing. Maybe circle your ankle a little. Then extend your right arm out alongside the floor. Your palm is facing up. Then just kind of guide your right knee across your body. So it might just stay right here. You can straighten your leg if you'd like. Or you can even tuck it underneath your knee and just twist open. Glance over your right shoulder. Breathing here. Smiling. Just feeling that nice stretch along your body. Excellent. Bring your right knee back into your chest. Give it a nice hug. And let's take our left leg into our chest. Let your right leg grow heavy onto the mat. Stretch it out. Hugging your left knee in. And then open up your left arm across the floor. And this time take your left knee across your body. And just take it to where you feel it. You don't want to press it to where it causes any discomfort or pain. And just rest there. Maybe glance over your left shoulder. Twisting here. Nice deep breathing. Great. Bring your left knee back in. Bring your right knee in. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe lift your head off the mat. And then relax it down. Place your feet down. And let's roll onto our sides. We're going to come up into a seated position on your mat. So you can sit with your legs out in front of you. You can sit with your ankles crossed. So you just want to find a comfortable position. If that's uncomfortable on your hips, you can always take a block or maybe a book, and you can actually sit on that and see if that helps. So take your hands to your knees. Just let them rest on your knees. Inhale, take a big breath in. And then exhale, blow it out your mouth. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. And this time, as we inhale, let's bring your arms up over your head. Reach them up. And then let your left hand come down onto the mat. Take your right arm, reach it up high, and then maybe over toward the left side. So stretching out your body. You can gaze underneath your arm, or you can gaze down at the floor. Continue to breathe. Then inhale. Let's take our left hand to meet our right. And exhale, right arm down. Left arm reach up high, and then over. Continue to breathe. I have a tendency to want to hold our breath here, but continue breathing nice and deep. And then inhale, lift back up. And then bring your hands to your heart center, into our prayer position. So breathing here. Inhale, circle your arms up again, lifting high. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches over. Inhale, hands meet above. Exhale, over to the other side. Wonderful, reaching. Inhale, hands meet above. And then bring them down to heart center. Inhale, lift up again. And listen up. Take your right hand and bring it to your left knee. And then take your left arm, reach it behind you. So we're twisting our body open. And then glance over your left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your arms over your head, palms press. We're going to twist to the other side. Left hand to right knee. And then take your hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall. And then twist open over to the right. You can take your gaze down at your mat. Or if your neck feels okay, you can always look behind you. But breathing nice and deep here. And inhale. Let's bring our arms back overhead. Bring them to heart center. And we're going to shift forward. So we're going to come onto your hands and knees. I'm going to turn so you can see just a little bit better. So spread your hands out nice and wide onto your mat. And just notice, keep your hands underneath your shoulders. And you want your knees underneath your hips. So you're stacked like a box. We're going to do our cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly. You're going to lift your heart, look up. And as you exhale, round your back like a cat. Really arch your back. Gaze down at the mat. Inhale, come into cow pose. Lifting up. It's a good time to smile. And then exhale, round your back into cat. So do a couple of these on your own, and you can kind of decide on your pace. You can do quickly, or you can slow on down and hold each position. But just do whatever feels good in your body. Remember to keep breathing. So just moving between cat and cow. And after your next one, I want you to come to a straight back. So we're back into a box shape. I want you to take your right arm and I want you to lift it up to the ceiling. So opening up. Kind of wave at everybody. And then bring that right hand down. Let's do the other side. Let's lift our left hand up. Give a wave to everybody. And then bring your hand down. I want you to press your hips back towards your heels. So this is coming into a child's pose. And there's different ways. If you separate your knees out further, sometimes that it's a little more comfortable onto your hips to your knees. If this does not feel good to your hips and knees, then just stay up like this, okay? So we're going to press back into child's pose. See if you can walk your hands forward a little. Your head can rest on the mat. Or this is another time you can use a block. Maybe you rest your head on the block or the book. Or you can always put your block behind you and sit back on it. So breathing here. Inhale, shift back onto your hands and your knees. And move your knees back a little bit. I'm going to move my block out of the way. I want you to shift forward, and we're going to come down onto your stomach. So your hands are going to stay right where they are, underneath your shoulders. You're down on your stomach, and your feet are flat on the floor. I want you to roll your shoulders back and slowly lift your chest off the mat. And it can just come off an inch or two. It doesn't have to come very high. Then come back down. Inhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift up again. There's not a lot of weight on your hands. Then come back down. One more. Inhale. Lift up. Use your back muscles. Squeeze them. And come back down. And now press back onto your hands and knees. Excellent. We're going to move into downward dog. You're going to have your hands nice and wide on your mat. Tuck your toes. You're going to straighten your legs, pressing your hips to the back and up. And your legs, you can keep a little bend in them, or you can straighten them out. Breathing here. Think about pressing the mat away from you with your hands. And then let's begin to walk your feet to the top of your mat. We're going to roll up into standing. Excellent. Let me adjust my screen so you can see a little bit better. So we're standing up now. Feet are together on the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Follow your hands with your eyes. Let left arm come down. Let right arm reach up and over. So we've done this position on the floor, and now we're just doing it up on our feet. Inhale, hands reach above. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up and over. Inhale, hands press above. And then let's fold forward. I'm going to turn so you can see a little bit better. We're going to fold forward. We're going to release our hands. Place your hands on your thighs and come halfway up so your back is nice and straight. And then fold forward again. Listen up as you inhale, roll up to standing. Inhale, arms reaching up. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Let left arm down, right arm reaches over. Inhale, hands come together. Y'all are doing great. Reach. Right arm down, left arm over. Inhale. Hands come down into prayer and fold forward. You can always put a little bend in your knee so the back of your legs or back don't hurt. Inhale, halfway up, straight back, and fold down. Inhale, roll up to standing. Great. Arms sweep overhead. Bring them to heart center. And then fold forward. We're going to take our hands to the mat and we're going to step our feet back, coming into downward dog. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little so you can see a little bit better. So you can stay in downward dog or go ahead and drop your knees for this one. So there's lots of different modifications you can take depending on how you're feeling. So if you're on all fours, I want you to take your right leg and bring it forward between your hands. Then inhale, lift up, reach your arms up. Great. Bring your hands down to heart center. And now reach them up on the next inhale, lifting up. Good. Maybe glance up at your hands. And then take your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back. And then drop your hips to your heels. Big stretch. Nice. Child's pose. Inhale, shift forward. Let's bring our left leg forward, and however you can get it up there, you can use your hands to help. Inhale, bring your arms up, reaching. Good. It's good balance work, breathing. Take your hands to heart center. And let's go up again as we inhale, reaching up, stretching nice and tall. And then hands come back down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Come back into child's pose. Breathing nice and deep here. Inhale, come back onto hands and knees. Let's curl our toes and press back into downward dog. So while we're in downward dog, I want you to see if you can just bend one knee and then straighten it, and then bend your opposite knee and straighten. This is called walking the dog. So just putting a little movement into your legs. Also know that you can take a break and come down onto your knees and just breathe here. So bend your knees. We're going to walk ourselves up to the top of our mat, rolling up, inhaling our arms up over our head. And then let's take our arms into cactus or gold pose. So we squeeze our elbows. Sorry, I think y'all can see that. We're squeezing our elbows back. Inhale, lift up, and squeeze them back. Great. Inhale up. Squeeze together. Inhale up. Bring your palms together. Fold forward. Lift up halfway. And then come down. Hands on the mat. Step your feet back into downward dog. We're going to do a lunge again, but this time we're going to do it from downward dog. Take your right foot forward in between your hands. So here's a couple of options. You can drop your knee and do the lunge like we did before. Or if you want to stay up, you can come all the way up. So arms can reach up, or you can keep your hands right here at your prayer center. You're still working really nice, holding position and breathing. Now I'm going to take my knee down for this one, and I'm going to stay right here. Breathing here. Then take your hands down to the mat. Let's step our right foot back and come into child's pose. Inhale, shift forward. So we're going to do a lunge on the other side. So remember, there's a couple of options. You can do it from downward dog, where you step your left foot through, and you can come up into your lunge, up tall like this, or you can drop your knee and lift up. Arms can reach up, or remember, you can always take them to heart center. So really listen to your body and to your breathing. And if something feels a little too hard, just modify, because you're still getting really good movement in your body. The next inhale, let's take our hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Come back to downward dog. Breathing here. Let's shake our head, shake it out. So shake it yes and no. Shake out all that tension from our head and neck. Inhale, I want you to look to the front of your mat, and I want you to step forward. So we're at the top of our mat, and we're going to work into Warrior 2 pose. So I want you to take your right leg, I want you to step it back. Your left knee is going to be bent. And then I'm going to open up toward you, okay? So my left knee is bent. My body is facing straight towards you. And I want you to glance over your left hand. So you're glancing over your left arm. This is called Warrior 2. Breathing nice and strong. Excellent. Okay, listen up. You're going to straighten your left leg and you're going to bring your arms over your head. And then we're going to press back into Warrior 2. So it's nice and slow. Inhale, up and tall, and exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, straighten your left leg, lifting up. Exhale. Go ahead and face the front of your mat. And step forward. So both feet are underneath you. And we're going to do Warrior 2 to the other side. So this time, let's take our left foot, step it back. Our right knee is going to bend. Our arms are going to lift up. And then we're going to open up. I think I'll turn so you can see me. That will make it much easier. Okay, so our right knee is bent. Our left leg is back. Glance over that right hand. You're a strong Warrior 2. Breathing here. Inhale, straighten your right leg and bring your arms up. Nice, good reaching. And then exhale, bend back into your right knee. Inhale, lift up nice and tall again, big smile. And then exhale. We've got one more in us. Inhale, straighten, and exhale. And we're going to try something a little different. I want you to turn your right foot in, and you might need to walk your feet a little bit closer together, but you want to keep your legs kind of in a wide straddle position. Let me turn this down just a little so you can see better. Okay, so my feet are facing the camera right now. And what I want you to do is I want you just to fold forward. Go ahead and put a little bend in your knee. And I want you to drop your hands. You can hold on to your forearms, or you can bend your knees to where your hands are touching the ground. Just kind of shake your head out. Breathing here. Feeling a nice stretch in your back and the back of your legs. And then slowly, let's roll up to standing. Really use your legs as you come up. Great. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. And then let's fold forward again. Again, put a bend in your knees. Drop your head. Breathing here. And then let's roll up into standing again, nice and slow. Excellent. Step your feet to the top of your mat. Let me adjust this one more time. Y'all are doing a great job. Let's take our arms, inhale, reach them up overhead, bring them to heart center, fold forward, lift up halfway, take your hands to the mat, and step your feet back, so coming into downward dog. Another option, of course, is dropping your knees and coming down onto your hands and your knees. Excellent. So whichever position you're in, I want you to lift your right leg behind you. So it looks like this if you're down on your knees, or if you're in downward dog, it's going to look like this. I want you to press into your hands, lift your right leg, flex your foot, and then drop your foot down to the mat. Or if you're on your knees, your knee will come down. Let's switch sides. Take your left leg, bring it behind you. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing here, lifting your leg up. Remember, if another option would be like this. Bring your foot down, or your knees. And I want us to come down onto your stomachs again. So lower down onto your stomach. And put your left ear on the mat and let your arms kind of reach behind you, just relaxing on the mat. I want you just to take a couple of breaths here. It's a nice position to stretch your neck in. So arms are down, the palms are facing up. Big breath here. Take your face, turn it toward the mat so your chin is on the mat. Take your hands, place them underneath your shoulders. Bring your elbows in close to your body. And on the inhale, let's lift up into cobra. So your neck is nice and long. You're using your back muscles. Breathing here. Lower back down. Inhale, lift up again. Use those strong muscles in your back. Breathing. Thanking your body for all the good work it's doing. And then lower back down. This time take your right ear to the mat. Allow your arms to reach behind you, alongside you. Just take a few deep breaths here. to bring your chin back toward the mat. Your hands are going to come underneath your shoulders. And let's press up into child's pose. So sit your hips back towards your heels. Reach your hands. And on your inhale, I want you to walk your hands over toward the right side. So your arms are stretching, your hips are staying on your heels, breathing nice and deep. Inhale, walk your hands back to the center of your mat, and then over to the left side. Big, nice deep breathing. Maybe noticing that your body feels a little different than when you started. Walk your hands back toward the center of your mat. Come on to all fours. We're going to come into a seated position on your mat. I'm going to turn so you can see me, but you can stay straight on your mat. Let's take our legs out in front of us. Again, this is a good time for you to sit on a block or a book if you need. If that's uncomfortable on your legs, go ahead and you can bend your knees a little, or maybe bend one of them. So inhale, sit up nice and tall. Let's bring our arms up and over. And take our left arm down. Again, we've done this in lots of different positions today. Reaching over, this hand can walk out even further. And again, if that's uncomfortable, go ahead and cross your legs. Inhale, bring your hands to meet. Exhale. Maybe walk that right arm out a little further, reaching up and over. Come back up. Take your hands forward. So maybe they touch the floor, maybe they don't. That's okay. See if you can just reach forward. Maybe kind of walking your fingers forward. Glancing down at the floor, your mat. So stretching out, breathing nice and deep. Come back up. Let's get another twist. So let's take our arms overhead. Take your left arm behind you. Take your right hand across, twisting open again. And just noticing, maybe you can twist a little bit further now. Maybe it feels a little bit different in your body. Then inhale, let's bring our hands up and over and twist over to the other side. Y'all are doing great. Nice breathing. Come back to center. Take our hands to heart center. We're going to come down onto our backs. So take your feet onto the mat and then just slowly rest down on your mat. We're going to do some bridges. So I want you to press your feet into the mat. What you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips up off the mat. Your hands are going to press onto your mat. As you inhale, prepare and lift your hips. They don't have to come very far off the mat. But pressing here, pressing your shoulders into the mat and your arms into the mat. And then slowly, let's lower down. Let's do 2 more. So inhale, lift your hips, press your arms into your mat, looking up at the ceiling, and then lower back down. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, let's make it our best one. Press, lifting up, breathing here, and then lower back down. Take your arms out, palms are facing up, spread them out onto the floor, and then take both knees and just swish them to each side. So just kind of side to side. If you want to stay for a couple seconds on one side and then switch. Excellent. Come back to center. And we're now going to move into what we call our resting pose or Shavasana. So this is why we did all these things beforehand, is to make our bodies and our minds kind of quiet so that we can have a few minutes just to rest. So I want you to find a comfortable position. Maybe straighten your legs out. You can also do this up and sitting if you're more comfortable. Let your hands kind of open. I want you to close your eyes. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So I want you just to focus on your breathing, just like we did when we started. So I want you to inhale through your nose and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So I'm going to be quiet for a few moments, and I want you just to kind of practice and notice your breathing. Just notice how your body feels after moving and taking time to take care of yourself today, do something good for yourself. Continue breathing. You inhale. I want you to think, I am loved. I am healthy. I am happy. I am loved. I am healthy. So keeping your eyes closed, I want you just to slowly start moving your fingers, maybe your toes. We'll start putting a little more movement into our body. Let's take a couple of nice body stretches. So as you inhale, take your arms over your head. Reach your legs long and your arms nice and long. Get a big stretch. And when you're ready, you can roll on to the side of your body and press yourself up into a seated position. And we end our yoga practice by saying the word namaste, which I like to put the meaning that it means I see God's light in you and you see God's light in me. So bring your palms, press them together. We'll bring them up to our forehead, bring them back down to our heart, and let's all say namaste. So thank y'all so much for coming, and I want to encourage y'all to continue moving and getting out and doing some exercise, just moving your body. It just really helps ease the mind. It's good for our bodies, our mind, and our spirit. So we hope to see you again in some of our next classes. Next Monday, we will have a class at 1 o'clock, and it will be with Chef Claudine on making a special dinner. So hopefully we'll see you next Monday. Just know that we are continuing to pray for you and your family, and we are looking forward to when we can all be together again at the Tolleson. Okay? All right. Bye.